Okay. Hi, Taurus. How are you doing? So, I do have a few announcements for you, Taurus, as I've announced with all the other signs. Um, so, a few of the old school viewers have sent me an email saying that I haven't been surfacing in the US. My channel hasn't been in the algorithm in the US for 6 months. So, now people are discovering that I'm back in the algorithm. So, if you are a new person to this channel, and you're American, you should know that I was probably caught up in some kind of algorithm problem between where I live here in Europe and getting my videos to you in the US. So YouTube has resolved that issue, I think. And thank you, YouTube, for figuring that out. But if there are new people to this channel, I know this is a weird announcement to start with, you know. But basically, I was not being seen in the US algorithm for 6 months. And a few of my viewers said, hey, we just noticed your videos coming up again in the US. So thank you to those of you guys who wrote in and said, where are your videos? And for letting me know. So now that YouTube can fix the situation, which is great. Though, however, for you newbies, this is normally how we start. Today I'm actually going to do a old school past, present, and future reading for you, extended reading. Normally I only do about 15-minute readings here on YouTube, but I wanted to give you guys some meat lately. I want to give you a little bit more, you know? So we're going to do a full-on past, present, and future reading for you, Taurus. And so, for you newbies, welcome to Deploy Underground Tarot. I am T, and you are welcome here. And for my Deploy heads, thank you for telling me that I wasn't being seen in my home country, United States of America. Thank you so much to my Deploy heads. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification button so that you can continue to get the videos and share it with your friends. All right. So, Taurus, I would like to do this past, present, future extended reading for you, and I would like to cleanse the cards, okay? Cleanse the cards. Okay. So I brought out the Big Mama messenger card deck, and I'm going to do the reading with the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Okay, and I'm going to clarify with this French tarot card deck that I have. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's get into this reading here. Let's get started. So let's go. Yaya, please provide a Celtic cross. Wow, that was the other reading. A past, present, and future reading for Taurus. Okay. 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 All right. Let's keep going. For Taurus. Okay, that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Taurus. Let me get one more here, and then we'll go straight down. If you are experiencing a transformation of happiness, and that feels weird to you because maybe you're so used to, you know, things when drama happens, it takes time to, once you make the choice to not be dramatic and involved in other stuff, and then to start to see the happiness on the other end of that. It could be some form of major transformation, or is that the process you're currently going through is moving away. Moving away. Look, they're flying out. Moving away from that drama, that anxiety, okay? Moving away, look at that. Moving away from that drama, that anxiety. You're going to take some time out, probably with a lover. Drama, anxiety, into knowing who got your back, who speaks very well of you, who cares for you, who supports you, who provides you healing energy, okay? Wow, that's clear. And who you ultimately want and deserve to have around you. you want around you? That is actually what you're evaluating. Is you're evaluating who deserves your time, your respect, and your energy. Okay? Stay connected. Okay, all right. Whoa, whatever happened back there, we'll get to that. Whatever happened back there in the past, it's asking you to, if you felt like you had to cut it out, you had to cut it out, okay? If you felt like you had to cut it out, this relationship, this connection, if you felt like you had to cut it out, because this could also be about staying connected in the process to spirit guides, to people, to your higher power, to whatever energy gets you to move forward in life, okay? It could be about that too, okay? Hold on, here we go. Let's see. So stay connected. Memories, okay. Did you was this a huge fight that you had? Was this like almost like one of those like make or break situations here, Taurus, that really brought you into some form of like, really it brought you into some form of soul power where you're like, I'm not going to tolerate this situation anymore. Now we got a lot of cleansing, clarifying to do here, but you still live in the memory of this situation. You still live in the memory of this situation. For some reason, it transformed you into maybe not being such a pushover sometimes, right? Maybe actually learning how to talk and speak directly to the situation. Wow, maybe you guys needed to take a moment out. Yeah, you needed to heal from that. You needed to heal from that situation. Why? What is it? What is it? Okay, because you weren't ready to take that next step. It came as a force to you. And you weren't really ready to take that step. You already had enough anxiety, enough burdens with whatever situation you were already connected to, and it pushed you into making a choice. Now this choice, I'm not sure. Yeah, look at you, you're moving away. There's some competition. There's competition around this situation. There's competition around this situation, around an emotional connection that you feel you need clarity on. Because it's coming through as energy that is heavy, maybe. Energy that is vacant. Energy that doesn't respect your soul power. Energy that doesn't honor all the work and the burdens you have carried for this situation. And the fact that you purposely put blinders on to not see it in its full truth. But there was always an energy there protecting you, guiding you. And maybe that's why I'm seeing this. Hold on, I got to get up for this one. Maybe that's why I'm seeing all of this like soul power stuff, Why I'm seeing you like level up and how you actually make a decision, how you actually balance what is good and what is not in this partnership situation. Now, if your mother made you really angry because she said something that was not appropriate, okay, about your partner or your family member or a father, someone in your family, if your partner said something that made you move into, I need to make these proper decisions in order, wow, you get me all, I'm a little anxious here. I'm a little bit like, okay, you made this decision, but I don't feel like you fully wanted to make that decision, Taurus. I don't feel like you wanted to make that decision. You're going to need full-on understanding of what happened, what burdens you were carrying, in which even the connections you had became a little frayed and disconnected. Okay, so in the past, your messenger card's coming up as stay connected. If I'm seeing stay connected, you disconnected from something in the past because of what situation? because of this situation that pushed you to make a choice. Even when you were anxious, even when you knew that you didn't want to make this choice, even though you were like, hold on, let me finish with all of my burdens that I'm carrying. Can I please get clarity before I have to choose? Can I please get clarity before I have to choose? And the funny thing is, I'm not sure how you got the clarity. I'm not sure what made you. Let's see. Hold on. What the possibility of how you got the clarity could be around that this was maybe something that triggered you and you responded in a way you normally wouldn't, okay? Because it's healing you. This situation, this negative situation, it's coming through with the temperance energy. Okay? Clarifying that is like, what I would read that as is like if there was a situation in which communication and messages were like, it was not working. It was not adding more of a grounded force to the situation. However, look, 10 of Pentacles on that. 10 of Pentacles on that. However, 8 of Cups, one more. This was really about discovering a new way. This is really about discovering a new way to identify your relationship situation. And how those maybe who come in from the outside with what they perceive it to be may affect how and what you consider to be sometimes challenging in the relationship. Okay? Oh, Taurus. Okay, if you had a moment with your partner or a family member or, some person at work that is really important, but you had to do it, okay? It brought you healing energy. I know it was not fun. Okay? I know it was not fun. That does not look fun. 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups. It's like the day before you're thinking, okay, if I have to quit this job or if I have to break up with this person or if I have to talk to another family member with this tone, I am just going to completely lose my stuff. I'm walking away. I am going to stay stern into what I believe, which may be seen as me losing my stuff. But it really did teach you to ground yourself, ground your energy, to trust yourself, to not let people push you around, especially when you have enough burdens going on, especially when you have your own self-sabotaging mind that happens there every now and then. And especially when you have to make this big decision. Wow, this big decision was really something that was weighing you. The cool thing is, it brought you into some form in the present moment, or it is presently going to bring you into the present moment. Because mind you, this is the past, this is the present, this is the future, right? This is the future. We'll get to that. If that situation had to happen, in order for you to recognize how you are grounding force, and you will take your stuff, you will literally take what you got, all your happiness, and your grounding energy, and make a choice to heal and possibly still stay connected, okay? But you were like, I'm choosing to be happy, okay? I'm choosing to be happy in the present moment. Now, that past situation was not comfortable. It didn't look comfortable. It looked like it was possibly about money as well. It was possibly about money. It's possibly about emotional misunderstandings. It was possibly about two people who cannot speak the same language but love each other. Could be about that as well, okay? Complication. All right? But there is a resolution that I see. There's a resolution here. Now, the only way I can move from stay connected energy to memories, the only way I can interpret this from the past, stay connected, to the present moment, memories, is to let you know, this is the truth, to let you know that your memories, okay, are really like a diamond in the treasure chest of your spirit, let's say. Your memories about this situation actually helped you to remember the happier moments with this loved one, or even situations, the spirit, okay, with a connection to the spirit. Your memories brought you from that past situation into making that choice. Now, that choice, oh man, let's just be honest. Some of you got back with this person. Some of you found the strength to reconnect with this person. Some of you actually saw your fault in the situation, which moved you to try to work out this situation. And the only thing in the moment of all of that silence, the only thing in all of that silence that you could hold on to were those memories of this situation. Now, the beautiful thing is, in the present moment, you guys had some drama, right? Y'all had a little bit of drama. I mean, that's drama. I don't know if you caused the drama because of your own self-sabotaging stuff and too many burdens and carrying too much weight and feeling that you had so much responsibility and that it just kind of fried you out. But luckily, your memories kept you connected to this person. Y'all got back together, or you are about to get back together in the present moment to work it out. There's no communication here. There's just a message saying, hey, okay? There's no like, let's go to therapy situation here. I don't see it. I see, let's meet and let's evaluate our current state, the current state of our relationship, okay? I'll show you like this. I'll show you like this. Now, the Four of Wands is my marriage card, so welcome. You know, relationships are work, okay? But they're also the most blessing thing you can ever experience because you learn so much about yourself, right? You learn so much that that person's really a mirror of what's going on with you. It's nothing really with them. And if this was about wanting to move to the next step and you didn't know how to explain it, Taurus, I want to just let you know maybe you didn't do the best job, okay? I'm sorry to tell you the truth, but maybe you didn't do the best job of explaining that you wanted to move this relationship to the next step because you felt like you were carrying too many burdens. You felt like you deserved more, and you didn't know how to say it. This could be in work. You didn't know how to necessarily, in this relationship, say to your boss, say to the bank, say to the investors, I deserve it. But this is also saying, this is relationship stuff, man, that I want to now talk about actually what happened and why I responded that way. You were triggered by something, but in the present moment, you are having that conversation. You will have that conversation, Virgo. You will, Virgo, I'm sorry, you might be having it with a Virgo. Taurus, you will have that conversation, Taurus. Okay, you could be having that conversation with the Gemini. You could be having that conversation with the Sagittarius. What else do we have here? You could be having that conversation with a Virgo. Okay. Cool thing is, in the present moment, once you get over that past stuff and you start living in the memory, live in the memory of it. The thing that's going to help you release whatever you said or did here. Not laughing at you, but you know, hey, I've been in relationships and sometimes things get just like completely misunderstood, right? And I think that's what happens. You're just like, oh, I really did not mean to say that to you. Of all people, I didn't want to say that to you. It was just so stressful. And the moment was like completely not what I wanted it to be. I wanted you to propose to me, but you didn't. I wanted to propose to you, but you didn't. I didn't, because I was like trying to decide all of this while my world was like this, you know? My world was a bit, busy, let's say. My head, my mental at least, was a bit busy. And I was really trying to speak to you about like all the good memories possibly we had. Now let me see, maybe there was good memories before we get to this proposal and marriage, or this, you're thinking about this silencing time you take with a partner to move it to the next step. What's the step over here, huh? Oh, wrong deck. Hold on. What's the step over here between stay connected and memories? What step did it take? Wow, you're getting a full one, Taurus. You're getting, go watch the Libra one. What step did it take? Oh man, you fell really in love. You fell back in love. Through your little discussion about, that's funny. Through your discussion about whatever the issues were, I don't think you really knew how to talk about the issues, or I don't think they knew how to talk about the situation. I think both of you guys probably wanted the same thing now. You know, some couples are dramatic. It's okay. Some couples are dramatic. They need to fight in order to move to the next step, right? Some couples are that way. They just need to, in order to get back to this kind of King of Wands energy, the most romantic king of all. He will buy you stuff, fly you stuff, grow you stuff, give you stuff, create stuff. You will always have stuff with this guy, okay? And he moved you into those loving energies. He's the king of fire. You know, he's Leo, most romantic, I find. Leos are probably the most romantic signs, even though they try to act like they're not. They are. They're always in this place, you know? Love you, Leos. Sagittarius, you know, will find a way to kind of make you say it, you know? And Aries will go directly and just tell you, like, hey, you're mine, I'm yours, and I already made the decision for us, right? But these memories of this person or this situation, okay, this could be your business too, huh? These memories, this could be any form of relationship that's happening here. But here it looks like, I mean, in the present moment, it looks like somebody was trying to propose to someone, needed some gross reflection, and then in the present moment, it slowly comes out that maybe both of you guys wanted the same thing, Taurus. The whole time. All of that fighting, all of that silence too, huh? All of that silence that went on. The whole time, both of you wanted the same thing. And it looks like you both wanted just some moments alone together. Now, why weren't you able to express something like that? Taurus. I think that's what's happening here, right? It's like, once you get to this, if you guys aren't here in the present moment, once you get to this present moment where you're back talking, there needs to be some reflection on why that all happened, so it doesn't happen again. And I don't think it's going to happen again, because after that Three of Swords expansion, it really helped the both of you expand. Think, what do you want from this relationship? What is this? You both felt connected to it. Now, I do want to know why, because if it was about love, was this some form of trauma? Did it come from the past? Like your past relationships always failed, or this fear of rejection, or was this the first time you had to say this to someone? Like you never felt the love or something like this to someone before? Yeah, you just actually look at that. Look at that. You actually, let's be honest, you actually love this person. And maybe you came out a little bit bratty, or maybe they came out a little bit bratty about how they want this to proceed, right? And the truth of it all is like that you actually both wanted the same thing. I have to share this story. I had a friend, and her husband came to me before they got married. She knew I was the best friend. We've been friends for years, you know? And her husband came to me and said, hey, I'm going to ask such and such to marry me. And I just want your approval. My friend at the time her father wasn't living, this stuff. I was kind of the home dude for her whole, we've been hanging out for years. And he knew our relationship was really important. And the funny thing is, the day her now husband came to ask me, 2 days before that, she showed me a ring she bought for him. And it's so funny because I think that's what happened with you. You both were thinking the same thing. You both were thinking the same thing. Look at that. 6 of Wands. Look at that. You both were thinking the same thing. But from some way, somehow, you, I have to say, or both of you from your past, triggered something. Divorce, relationships don't work, oh my God, if I take this on, it's going to make me carry more baggage, unseen problems. Maybe I don't know what this person is really about, but I really love them. The truth is, in the present moment, you both are loving on each other, and you both are moving towards expansion. That 3 of Wands is my expansion card. By doing this and taking some time out, okay? Don't forget about that Hermit card. Taking some time out together to rehash whatever this happened, okay? Taking some time out together to rehash and talk about whatever this happened so that you expand together, okay? All right, so after that, you move, okay? You both move into this energy. I want to clarify this expansion energy. Where are they expanding? Slow expansion. But out of your fears. You guys are expanding both out of your fears. You know? Maybe your parents were divorced, or maybe there's some trauma there that both of you guys were dealing with, that you both have similar trauma. And you know, when two people have the same trauma and it rubs against each other, explosion, huh? However, with that expansion, it's saying that something quite magical happened and it's going to slow all of that down. I don't think you're going to experience what you experienced in the past anymore, ever, again. And if you do, it's going to be something that you both sit down and talk about it with respect, okay? Because that Emperor's there. And really take the time to talk about it. Excuse me. And really take the time to talk about it, okay? Talk about it all, because that Magician's there. Talk about it all. Let him know it all. Because the problem, I think, there is that your expansion is just telling you both to take a breath. Just breathe into it. It's almost like you both were afraid of your happiness. Your future is saying, breathe into it. This is it. That's it. That's what it is, right? This is what your future is currently. All right? Let's see what brought you in from those memories, from your memories into breathe. Yep. 10 of Cups. Yeah. You both are learning to have a stable situationship, a stable relationship, a place where you feel that your emotions are heard and respected, and that your completion and your wants, wanting to build a family if it has to do with a relationship, wanting to build a new headquarters if it's a business, wanting to bring in a new partner if it's an investment situation, wanting, if it's family, wanting to travel together, wanting to explore, wanting to grow, okay? That expanding energy is your memories will continue. So keep breathing into the fact that no situation is perfect. It's not. Relationships are work. They're work. The love in the relationship is the beautiful thing, and it looks like you both have some really hardcore reflective love. Now, in the future, you're taking that breath, right? You're taking that breath to breathe through this situation. Explain it. There's not a lot of communication, but there is a moment that you guys need to take out, have together, and just move on, okay? That's it. There is a moment where the two of you guys have to just okay? That's it. It's not going to be a long explanation. It's not going to be overdrawn out. It's going to be, let's talk about it, let's do it, but you fall back deeper in love. With the plan, okay? With the plan for expansion. It's going to shock you. It's going to shock you. You're going to be like, I thought it was over. I thought I could not deal with this person ever again, and it actually shocks you because maybe you morphed or you changed, or you morphed. Maybe you changed or the other person changed, or both of you. Okay, it could very well be both of you. The reason why I say that in the future, it's just showing transformation, communication, healing, energy, healing, transformation. Just through a conversation, a very adult conversation with that Queen of Swords, a very adult conversation was had. Okay? It wasn't like, I love you. It was like, look, you made me feel. And the other person was like, look, you made me feel. And in that, you found the transformation. You found the transformation. That Death card with that Queen of Swords energy closed by the Temperance, and you're breathing through this process because you didn't really expect this person, or I'm telling you, this person might just shock you. Be like, I've always loved you. I've never thought of a moment without you. But when you went crazy on me for no reason, it scared me, you know? These truths, not hiding anything, not trying to bury anything, like you really are talking about your truths in the future, and it's going to transform you. It's not going to be the easiest, okay? Because you got that six of Wands energy with that Six of Swords and the Five of Wands, okay? Batons. Look. This reminds me of a transformational conversation where it may feel like you're fighting. Okay, it may feel like you're fighting. May even throughout the conversation you want to leave. maybe throughout the conversation that you're having, but it's a transformational conversation, my friends. It's transformational that you're going through. It's this level of communication that has to exist in order for you to arrive at your happiness, okay? Now, I do want to understand here, your emotional, finding love, you guys had this communication, the transformation happens, but what gave you that transformation was that you both went into some kind of like, let me soul search a little bit mode, and I see you doing it together, okay? I see you doing it together, this soul searching mode together, Taurus. Soul searching mode. Yeah, you both took some time out together. I want to say, and if you don't, please take some time out together. If this had to do with external situations, oop, my camera moved a bit. It looks better that way, actually. If this has to do with some external situations, okay, like people were talking, you shouldn't date him, or you shouldn't do this, and he's not a good dad, and then this type of situation, like, to me, it sounds like this. If this had to do with that triggered this whole situation, but you both really love each other, take some time out, Taurus. Take some time out with that person, because y'all need to work it out in your old school way of working it out. You feel me? Y'all need to work it out in that old school way, private from everyone, and have this transformational situation. Now, why do you need to have that transformational conversation? Come on, here we go. Yeah, give me three. Give me three. Let's get it. Why? Look at that. Look at that. Oh, man. Because you know what? You guys got to learn. Look at that. Two of Wands. Because you guys have to learn to fight as a team. You could have been dealing with a Sagittarius, Aries, or a Leo. That you weren't fighting as a team. You were just people were coming in and out of everywhere. And you weren't clarifying it with each other. That's why you have to have this transformational talk, because you're going to realize that some people were just haters. I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to say hold on. That hit. Oh man, I don't even know how to say that. But like, some people are just jealous of the love that the two of you have. This took a whole other turn, this reading. Some people were jealous of the stability it looks like you both have, the creativity and the fun that you both have, and now you both have to fight that together, huh? Y'all need to go back and have some conversations with those people and be like, hey, don't you ever talk about my partner like that, so shut your mouth. Shh, 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 shh. You know, don't do it. Not here. You know? It's one thing I always say whenever I start a relationship with someone, or I start to fall in love with someone. I always say is, let's actually take 3 months of just us, right? Together. No external influences. I don't want to meet your friends, your mama, your daddy, your brother, maybe your pet, because it's at your house. But let's take 3 months together to get to know each other before we even start including everybody else's drama in it. And that's what this looks like, Taurus. Okay? If this has to do with a business, just work it out with your partner first before you expose the business to everyone else. Make sure you're both on the same page. But relationship, first, you guys have a beautiful situation with this person. This person will learn to fight for you. This person will learn to communicate with you, will learn to bring you out of your shell, out of your trauma, into what could be something where it is a power couple type situation. Okay? Haters going to be there. You just got to make sure you silence them quickly. Okay? that's what I got for you. Very, very beautiful reading for you, Taurus. Like I said to the new Americans, welcome. I'm so happy to be back in my home country. Okay, not physically, but through their algorithm. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And guys, there's more to come. Okay, so see you soon, Taurus. Love on this person. Love, love, love on this person. They're strong. They good people. Okay, take care. Bye bye.